morning guys, it's Jamie. I'm just going to be going to uni today, so I thought I'd take you guys with me. I've got a retail marketing group assignment to do, so I'm meeting up with like 4 other girls, so we're going to hopefully get a bunch of that done. It's due I think in like 2 weeks, but I've also got some design projects to do, so I'll take you along with me. I've got to do some sketches and stuff like that, which is really not fun, but I have to do them. So yeah, come to uni with me and hopefully it's going to be a good productive day. I just got home. I'm gonna have some afternoon tea. I'm going through an obsession with ham and cheese croissants again, because it happens every like 3 months, and orange juice because breakfast food for any other time of the day is superior and no one can say otherwise. I'm just gonna chill out for a bit, get ready for gym. I think gym's at 4:30, so in like an hour, 45 minutes. So do that, do some more uni when I come home. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this vlog so far. If you're still up to the end of the video, you're probably here for the tanning routine. So now I'm basically just going to go through my steps and how I do my tanning routine. It's nothing special, it's very standard, but I was just going to try a new tan. This is the tan that I'm using for today. It's a new Le Tan 1 Hour Express one. So I thought I'd just give an honest review for how it goes, how the application process is, and give my reviews on the outcome for the next day. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. This is my tips and tricks for tanning. So my entire tanning process is roughly only 5 steps. So when I'm starting my tan, I know I have to start with a long and hot shower. This step is really important to ensuring that our tan looks as neat and natural as possible, just because we're setting up a nice smooth base for under the tan. So when I'm in the shower, I basically start by exfoliating with something like this. This is from Kmart, just to scrub all the dry areas, and then I shave right afterwards. After the shower, it's really important to let your skin set. So just because we've been basically scrubbing it so hard and it's been in a hot shower, we really need to let our pores relax so the tan isn't seeping into them and it doesn't look as messy and dotty as it's seeping into the pores. After letting my skin settle for about an hour, I'll start to moisturize the areas that cling to the tan a bit more. So this basically includes my wrists and hands, as well as my elbows are a big one. I can never get them to look good, as well as my knees and my feet and ankles. So I basically take a minute just to thoroughly go over these spots with moisturizer, just because it means that the tan is not going to cling to it directly, and it's not just going to look as dry and orange and patchy as it would usually. After I've done those areas, I'll move on to my face. A lot of people don't tan their face, I know that, but I prefer to tan my face as it means that I don't have to wear as much makeup and I just feel a lot prettier when I have it on, to be honest. So now we're going to start the actual tanning process. So before I get started, it's really important that you shake the can, especially when you're using a whip or an aerated foam, because otherwise all the product will stick to the bottom and we don't want that. It'll look a little bit patchy and a lot of the color just won't come out. So we're going to put on our glove and then basically get started. So it depends how much you want to pump on depending on what area of your body you're doing. I move in sections, so I start off with my legs. This is roughly the amount that I'll put on my legs. That's probably even a bit more. When I say legs, I mean we're starting at the calves and shin area. So just like this. So we're going to be basically sparingly putting it on our body and moving it upwards. I'm not just splatting it all on at once because that can be quite messy. But now you can see that it's all on my leg. I can now freely just move it around, start to push it into those crevices around my ankles very lightly. But the majority of this part is focused on my calves. Once I've been moving it around a little bit, you can see it kind of sets into your skin a lot more. At this point, we can start pushing it onto our feet and our toes. So like I said earlier, these are some of the areas that like to cling to tan, which is why we moisturize. So we don't want to go in with a lot of product straight away because it will just look patchy and gross. And here is just a quick comparison. So this is right after I did my right leg. It was looking really good, so I was excited at this point to see what the color was going to look like. After that clip, I didn't film it, but I basically just did the other leg and I moved up my leg. So I do my calves and my shins and then move up to my my thighs, my glutes and everything like that. So now I'm onto my arms. It's exactly the same process as your legs, just wiping all the product up your arms and then finally just really making sure to take your time to move around the problem area. So just like the feet, we want to take the excess part off the glove once we're at the end of doing our arms. So just sparingly moving it over our fingers, just so we get a nice even base. After I've done the majority of my hands, I will take a little bit more if I feel like it's not dark enough onto a makeup brush. So I just use this, it's I think a Nude by Nature brush. It's a really old one and it's really good. I just basically soften the areas that might look a little bit patchy or the tan's not sticking to, like this crease in my elbow. So it really just takes a little bit of extra effort with a makeup brush to make it look really, really seamless and flawless. I like to use that same brush just to go over my face. So by this point, I've finished my whole body. So like I said, I'll do my legs first, then I'll do my arms, then I'll move on to my chest and my torso area, and my boyfriend will do my back. So this is the very last part of my tanning routine sort of area that I'll do. It doesn't take too long, but you really do want to focus on this area because obviously it's on your face. So we really want that nice, seamless and airbrushed look, which is exactly why I like to use a makeup brush. So I've just sped it up for you guys to have a look. As you can see, I'm basically just doing sections. So I'll go in like say my right cheek, my left cheek, and then on my forehead, and then just diffusing it out around my eyes. A really important part of this step is pushing it into your hairline. So I know that's a bit difficult for blondes, obviously, but it does make a big difference because otherwise you'll be able to see a really strong white cast as to where your hairline and your scalp starts. And it just kind of gives away the fact that it's a fake tan. We want to look as natural as possible. And the last step of the actual tanning process is just taking that same makeup brush and softening out those spots that are a little bit patchy. So around my elbows is one, down my neck and around my ears, and probably over my feet. Then I just sit down and relax and let it dry before going to bed. So this is right after I woke up. This is basically what the tan looked like after I slept in it all night. One thing that I need to mention about tans is that they develop over time. So this is right after I washed it off in the shower. So as you can see, it's not super dark, but it still gives a really nice tint. What happens is it develops over the next 24 to 48 hours. So here's a close-up shot of my face. I've only got the tiniest bit of concealer on, you can tell, because all my blemishes. But there's the hands, they're not too bad. I probably should have moisturized a little bit more just to smooth it out. And of course, as I said, the elbows are just always atrocious for me. I don't think that's any tan's fault. But yeah, this is before it's fully developed. And here's 24 hours later. So as you can tell, this is a clip from yesterday, and now here's a clip from today. In a side-by-side comparison like this, you can absolutely see the difference that 24 hours of developing makes, especially on my arms and my hands. That red undertone is definitely coming through, which gives it a nice deep colour. Next time I feel like I'll definitely do a double layer of tan just because I want to see how deep I can get this colour. One final note though, I definitely wouldn't use it as a 1 hour express as I just don't think the colour would get as deep as you'd like. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!